welcome to the 806 group chat where we, a group of strong women, come together to empower, inspire, and break down barriers. I'm Dorothy, and I'm with my beautiful co-hosts, Christian and Jazz. So what are we going to talk about today?
Take it away. So you had sent us a post about, what was it, the Jasmine brand? Is that what it was?
It was on the Jasmine brand, but it was Tonight's Conversation, that podcast. And they were talking about co-parenting.
Yeah, pretty much the girl said that she's in a new relationship and that she's still close with her ex-husband.
The girl was asking
the 2-year boyfriend that I still look out for the ex-husband that I've known since I was 18 years old. So we're great co-parenters. And we have a good relationship, friendship.
We got you. If I was a person that you were entertaining, I would run back to hell from you. I have no boundaries. I'm great. I am 100% effective at co-parenting, but I have boundaries. There are certain conversations that we are not going to have. If it's not related to the child and anything that is related to the child, you should absolutely not have those conversations. The marriage did not work. Now, I'm not saying I know sometimes people jump out of marriage and say, hey, we still can be friends. But the truth is there's still an emotional connection somewhere that you have. So the next person that you're dealing with is going to see that obviously there's still a connection. You can still love a person and put a line straight between y'all and say, I can't do this anymore. I cannot constantly entertain you. I can't answer whenever you need me. On top of that, baby girl, you're an enabler. You mean to tell me that this man can come to you and say, hey, I can't do this, and you'll foot it? No, that's his responsibility. You can't take over another person's responsibility. Just truthfully, if you are still doing that, you are not ready to talk to anybody right now. Until you have healthy boundaries with yourself.
How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, so I was sitting here thinking that girl probably just, it went in her ear and out the other is what I was just thinking is she probably she's gonna keep doing it forever is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But as far as like the connection, yeah, absolutely. There's still a connection there. Why are you still helping and enabling him?
Just like you said, yeah. And there has to be boundaries. Do y'all feel like if you're in a new relationship and say your ex, you cannot always, communicate with them. Like she said, healthy boundaries. Like I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, me and my ex are decent. I mean, I just put up with them. I deal with them. It is what it is. No harm, no foul. And people will be like, I'm surprised you could even put up with him, all he did to you. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm over it. I moved on. So I could still deal with him and I could still have a conversation with him. But he doesn't never ask me for anything from me, Ari. Like, I don't ask him for anything. But we can still be around each other. And I do think, if I have a relationship, will my new man be okay with that? I don't know. We'll see. But I would love for a man to be like, actually, I'm not fucking with it. It's me and you, baby. Yeah. And, deal with him however you have to. But that hanging out and that talking and that family bond stuff, like, we're going to remove that. I'd be good with that. I'd be good with that. But the truth is that until someone speaks up and says something, I'm going to do what I keep doing with my family because they're my family. I wouldn't, dismiss them, but, I would draw back a little bit in ways if it had anything to do with him, But that's a different conversation. That's a difficult situation because I've been so close to them. I can't have a man that's just like, oh, no, you can't talk to them at all. No, fuck that. I couldn't do that. Absolutely.
I think it comes down to boundaries. I think for me right now in that situation, I'm just kind of learning myself again, and boundaries has been a thing. So I'm learning to establish boundaries, and I just think it's important. You have to have boundaries, or of course they're gonna keep coming back. And if you're gonna do this, so they know, they're aware that I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna look out. I love her. I forget her name. I think it's Kitty or something. But she talks about just taking accountability and not being an enabler and people pleasing. And I know that I've been really bad at that. And so I know I'm learning to really just set the boundaries. And, like I was telling y'all with, even my kid's birthday coming up, the baby mama, baby daddy, I guess I just more I don't know. I just feel like the boundaries have to be set so I can move forward. Because if not, then it's going to be the same whirlwind. I've learned to be quiet, to hold my tongue.
Your battles. Kind of like picking your battles.
Yeah.
Everything's not worth
No,
always,
it's not.
you know, yeah.
Having
at
something
all.
to say back, yeah.
Not at all. But have y'all ever been in that situation?
Definitely.
Where you have to, well, I was just listening, you said you're learning to hold your tongue. Man, that's the hardest thing to do is hold that tongue. But the truth is, it's more so for your kids, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you willing to deal with for your kids? And they need to have a peace of mind, and they don't need to get involved or really know what's happening. It's so hard to not put them in the situation and them not see it, but I guess, you know, holding your tongue in cases could be an advantage in a way. But I think sometimes your kids need to know. So I don't know.
I mean, and it's like kind of at what age? I know my kids are they're younger, and so for them, I think the situation it's confusing in itself.
Yeah.
And kids get stressed out too.
Yes, and
So,
they
yeah.
feel everything that we put them through.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
And I like the boundaries thing because if you respect your partner, you never want this other person to feel like they got one up on your new person. You know, like, oh, well, you don't really matter because I know I can call this person and he gonna do whatever I say. Like, there always has to be like, you are important to me because your new partner is gonna feel that. They're gonna notice, okay, you're not respecting nothing I say. You don't have boundaries for you, but you don't respect my boundaries. And this is like what I'm setting. Like, I'm not comfortable with this.
right.
So,
Yeah, I know somebody in a situation right now, which I want to know what y'all think, is that she's not allowed to communicate with the baby daddy at all. She has to communicate with the new girlfriend. And to me, that's difficult as hell. That's childish. That's insecure. That's just bullshit.
I didn't have kids with you.
Yeah, and I don't even know you.
Yeah.
You retarded
And
bitch.
what does the baby dad say? Like, how can he even be okay with it?
Ignorance.
That's what I don't
Ignorance will
understand.
don't want to be alone and probably will do anything to please anybody because he don't want to be alone probably.
My thing is though, has something happened before? Like, has he went back to the baby mama and maybe messed around and there's infidelity? So
No.
now they feel no.
No,
Okay. So
but I
what
could
my
see if
question-
it were,
yeah.
that'd be scary. But even if it were, bounce. You need to go.
Yeah.
Why are you still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you still here? And then now the girl got a baby by him, and I know she has a baby by him to have one up and have like some say so now. You know, she has a baby by him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you're a fool. You're a fool. She's a fool.
Yes. Because there has to be, just like you said, I didn't have a baby with you. There has to be some type of communication. But, you know, there has to be respect too. I would never, like, just with, you know, my husband, I know he has to communicate with his.
baby daddy would.
I know he has to communicate with the mother of his
He
children.
won't be. He won't be talking to none of us.
Exactly.
He won't be
And I would
talking to
hate
none
to
of
have
us.
to do that.
No, not a one.
I wouldn't be bothered, but I mean, I feel like because with my kid's dad, their girlfriends have texted me before, and I've communicated with them, with them. I guess I didn't care because I'm like, okay, if this is how you want to do it, like if there's some insecurity, which is insecurity,
Yeah.
if there's some problem there where you think that I still want this person and I don't, then whatever, I don't care. But you know, I will say, like, is there a problem? Like, if y'all want to have a conversation, both of y'all with me, feel free, because I want everybody to know ain't nothing going on.
And I'm good with the group chat.
Yeah,
put
me
it,
too,
put it
like
in a group message.
chat.
Put it
Yeah.
in a group message, and let's
Everybody
communicate
see
that
it.
way. That's fine, and that's safe, and that makes you feel good. Let's do it. But honestly, to be real honest,
Yeah.
you're not getting a hold of my daughter if you're not getting a hold of me,
Yeah.
and we're not talking and communicating.
Yeah.
Or if my daughter has to call
Her.
Yeah.
Like, that's not.
No.
There should be I agree with you. There should be some form of communication. And if your woman feels that insecure about the situation, let's get in the group chat.
Yeah.
Let's have
Yeah.
a conversation, first of all, because we should all be able to have a conversation and be like, what's the problem?
Did she ask why?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I know that. I know that they won't get back together. They're not gonna hook back up. I know that for a fact. So I don't know what her issue is about it. I know that it's my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I know that she's like, this is BS because I just need to get things done, and it's taking forever for this thing to get planned. I gotta go work an event.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am waiting to hear back from my baby daddy because he's at work, and I'm having to communicate with homegirl over here.
Mm-hmm.
Because-
She's spiteful and wait and
Yeah,
blow
That
it
could be
off.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the reason behind it, I don't know. The only reason I can think of is you're insecure.
That's the only thing I can think
You're
of too.
insecure. There's
Yeah.
and even if they did go fumble and mess around over here. They got 2 babies. What did you expect? You started dating him a little bit too soon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, you
I
started
agree.
dating
She has to
I
be more
agree.
secure in herself, and then the fact that you're
Yeah.
bringing another child into it. Okay, these are going to be his siblings.
Yeah.
Or her.
And then you
whatever
think
it
those
is.
siblings aren't gonna have something on this sibling? You think there's not gonna be no issue knowing that, oh, my mommy and daddy communicate well together,
Right.
and I live with them and I get to have them all the time, and these kids are just step kids now at this
Right.
point.
Like,
And
it's
see,
like-
They're the
Yeah.
first ones that come into the family, but they're about to be treated like litter
Mm-hmm.
because we gotta wait to get a hold
And
of
see,
daddy
that shouldn't
to
happen.
make plans.
And I don't like that. That shouldn't happen because those were those boundaries. Because the man should step up and say, "These are my kids."
That's what I don't understand.
The man should
Yeah.
step up and say, "These are because we are together now. If y'all are married,
Yeah.
we're a family."
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
I understand you trying to respect your mate's, her choice, but like, as a man, there's
You don't
no
do that with
way.
kids. You don't do that with
Not
kids. We're not
Right.
playing games with kids.
No.
Kids are not toys.
Right.
No, but so many times that do happen, or they have a new family and they forget about their other kids, because of the woman's insecurity. And that's when that man needs to have that healthy boundary. Like, look, baby, I love you, but I'm choosing my child.
kids.
And even if there's a woman who's like, okay with that, no,
Yeah,
I
that's-
want you to be in your kid's life.
So I want to
That's
know.
red flag.
I want to know this girl that just posted that video that asked that question. I'm just curious to know, like, what do you help him out with? Like, is it do you help him out with y'all's kids? Do y'all even have kids together? Or he's like, I can't pay my light bill.
Yeah, I think in this day and age, it's always about the monetary. So I'm sure it's about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she's probably helping him with things that he's not in the home. So
But why would you do that?
Why?
Well, she
Whatever.
said it's
an
a love,
emotional
it's a love,
attachment.
it's a tie. Yeah.
codependency, and that just comes.
But
I
if
think
he
it's
always calling you wanting something and he can't give you what you, because there's still some feeling there,
Yeah.
and he can't give you. Obviously, you got a different man. How do your man feel about
I wonder if she
didn't
can.
talk-
I know, and I wonder if she can call him and ask him for stuff too. Like, does it work? Is it working
Doesn't work
both
both
ways?
ways. I bet you it don't.
I bet it don't either. I bet it don't either.
I bet you it don't.
But that man knows. Like, he could walk around and be like, yeah, I know that at the end of the day, like, y'all
Yeah, he has
are
power over
together,
her.
but
I
I'm
can
in
call
control.
her, and that's what I.
Yeah,
that-
she gives her
that-
power away.
Yeah.
every time.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, back in the day, I would be like, I don't care. My baby daddy got a girlfriend, and if I wanted to, I will. So I'd be like, in my head, I'm thinking, try me, little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Try me. You want to keep on being disrespectful and keep on going around and keep on talking about me and keep on thinking that.
But that's when
I'm
we were
scared of
younger.
you.
Because now we're older.
Try
We love
me.
ourselves. Because I was like that.
Try
too
me
when
because
was
I
like,
could
yeah,
get back with baby daddy.
if I wanted to.
Yeah, I could get back
That's
with baby
being
daddy.
ugly and spite.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, like, oh, you think you got it? Because he really calling me and telling me how he missed.
And that's exactly what that man is,
That's what
is
he's
doing.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing. And maybe there ain't nothing there. Maybe he just knows she's a dumb bitch who's gonna show up, Because some
There's
females
always
are
a dumb
dumb.
bitch that's gonna show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But that's when I feel like when you start to really know, like, I'm not about to waste I really love myself, and it didn't work out for a reason between us.
Right. But that's what I understand in that whole video is like, clearly y'all didn't work out, so why would you?
Why you keep giving?
Yeah.
Like.
And
Maybe
what
she's
is his
just a
2-year
man.
relationship? This man has to know. He has to know that that something's going on, and he has to have some bit of insecurity. And maybe that's why he ain't asked her to marry him.
Right.
No,
You know?
Exactly.
Because she's
So you
tied up
putting
with
another
him.
man first before the man that's supposed to be first in your
Yeah,
life now.
you're showing him.
Because the men pay attention too.
Mm-hmm.
And he like, oh no. And what I do hate that some men and women do is like, we just hold on just to have somebody.
Yeah.
You
No.
know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, if it's not working, leave it alone.
Yeah. You don't want to be alone, so you're just
Mhm.
dealing with it.
That inner work is deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lifetime thing.
Yeah. So what would
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
tell the girl? What if she said that to you? What would you tell her?
Stop with the bullshit. No.
Quit your
Stop
shit.
it. Quit. Just,
Yeah,
you
same.
know, like they said, you're enabling.
I would just be
I would
like,
have all the
if
questions
you want
you
him,
just
go
asked
get
her.
him.
Yes. all
Yeah,
those
if you want him,
questions.
go get him. Go get him. And this, your new boyfriend don't deserve that, so don't be treating him.
Yes,
Don't
'cause
do
that's
You
that.
have to be single until you're ready
Yes.
to let him go.
Because you're
Yeah.
not ready. You still want to hold on. You like the fact he called you.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably making
and maybe,
Yeah.
and then it's like, yeah, you're right. She probably loves that he calls her, but then it's like, what is your boyfriend over here not doing to where you're entertaining this?
Mm-hmm. That
You
you're
know,
wanting to hear
or-
from this person.
Yeah, like why would you
I wouldn't even
come
be answering
through?
the phone.
Like, so if your baby daddy called you right now and was like, Ask for
No.
something. I'm thinking, ask for something. Needs to help get his mama out of jail.
No.
I don't know.
If it doesn't pertain to my children, I have no interest.
I have no
Yeah.
interest because I respect my relationship and I'm married and you shouldn't even be calling me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
asking
and
me those
it
questions.
starts with them knowing you can't just call me. You can't
Hello.
just text me.
That,
You
say
can't
that
just
again. I need you to say that. I need you to say that again.
Yeah, you
okay?
can't just call
You
me.
can't just call me.
You can't just text
Okay,
me.
because that's what
You
you're
damn
doing.
sure cannot show up.
Right.
No.
And then if it's after 8 p.m., fuck you.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Because we on the same page. I just had this conversation. Like, it's what people give off.
Yeah.
If I'm giving you that, oh, you can call me, you can text me. No. I set my boundaries. You can't call me, you can't text me if it's not about my child. Don't do it.
Yeah. And honestly, our children are so old.
Right.
We really don't
I
need to
gotta
communicate
with
at
them no
all.
more.
Yeah.
Unless my child is over there, she gets hurt and she can't
Yeah.
answer, you know? Like,
I do want to know if you're picking her up or when you're picking her up. If you're like, shoot me a text and say, hey, I'm gonna get Mimi from school today. You don't even gotta ask me.
Right.
Just take the
Communicate.
initiative better
Yeah.
off and just pick her up. Actually, just pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
Just pick her up.
Just do it.
Cause I need you to just pick her up
Because
sometimes.
sometimes I need a break.
Yeah, just pick her up.
And
Don't
I-
even ask me.
To ask me if y'all are
Let
y'all
me
the
go to the
parents?
school. Let me go to the school and show up and get her and be like,
She go, hallelujah. Daddy got her? Okay.
oh, okay, cool.
Hallelujah.
But honestly, my daughter would be like, Mom, I just wanted you to know Daddy picked me up. You know,
yeah.
That's good.
I still hear one way or another.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think with me having just younger kids, I'm still navigating in my head, like, what am I going to allow? What am I not going to allow? But, you know, like we've talked about, I just want healthy communication for our children.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like I just told y'all, anything outside of that, I mean, I think I would like for him to be like, hey, I'm going to grab the kids, just so I can know, because I don't want to have to waste my time.
Yeah, absolutely.
To go up
Now
there,
you get
but-
mad showing up and then,
Yeah.
And I will say this, like, there was a time that I was so angry at my child's father for, like, the situation, and every time we talked, it just was, like, yelling and stuff like that. I literally had to take a mental break from that person, and I just communicated with his mom or something like that, hey, can you go, because it was so, the whole situation and how it happened and unfolded and everything that I found out, I was just like, I cannot deal with you.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see you, but you can see your child.
Yeah.
So if your mom wants to come pick her, that's fine. But I won't know. I literally, to make sure was not with this person no more, had to cut off all communication.
Yeah.
I did not speak to this person for almost a year. And we
Yeah,
had a child together.
Yeah,
It was for my
no.
sanity.
Yeah.
Because it was toxic. You know when sometimes you just, it's like that person got a hold on you.
Yeah, it's too much.
And it was
Yeah.
just too much for me.
Yeah.
And so, like, if it was that instance or, like, somebody's going through something and they know, like, this person just, anytime they talk to them, they just reel them back in or something like that. Like, if you have to just cut all communication and maybe, hey, like, I need y'all to help me get through this. Like, call your sister, go, like, I can't talk to this man. This man got a hold on me. You know, because sometimes people do have that hold on you.
Yes, indeed. They're very
Right.
real. We
They're
talked about it in our
real.
first episode,
Yes.
soul ties and all that. It's a very
And
real.
I had to do
Yeah.
that. And I had to call his mom and be like, look, like, I'd rather you come pick her up, you know, or, you know, the sister or whatever, but I just don't want to see this.
And that was
happen.
very
Yeah.
mature of you to do that.
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
took another route, and it was a healthy
Or
route
argue.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we want to argue and our baby have to deal with
And
it?
then
or do we
it was
wanna
like the
have
other
peace?
baby mama just popped up and was showing up to my job, and it was just,
Oh wow.
I got a newborn. Like,
Wow.
it was just like, I'm not dealing with this.
See, and
Yeah, that's good.
man, I do not want to be like,
Yeah.
I won't be, first of all. Like, I think, like, we obviously didn't work out for a reason.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand how, you know, your kid's mother, how they can pop up and be extra, like,
Mhm.
why? Why are you putting all that energy into that?
Exactly.
And, like, being spiteful, being hateful, I don't understand it. Like, I will never be that type of woman that I'm going to go out of my way to try to make his life miserable or the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I've
I
never
just-
been that woman.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say I think that it's the age that we're at to where
Yeah.
we've gotten to see it, hear it, and know it's something we don't want to do. Because back then, I was one of those baby mamas. You know, I'm the one you live at my house. I'm pretty much taking care of you. yeah, you have the baby while I'm at work or whatever, but we're together. But here you are. Every time I turn around, I can't find you, and you're off cheating.
Yeah.
And we got a baby at
Baby
home.
reasons.
So what are we doing here? So I was the baby mama at one point in time that was acting crazy. You know, I walked in a whole female's door in the morning before school looking for my baby daddy in my car. Like walked in her house, and ain't it crazy that I just knew where she stayed, and I didn't know where she stayed.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I knew her kids went to a certain school, and I assumed she couldn't afford a whole lot, and so I assumed in my head I knew where she stayed. And I found the car, and my ass popped up and showed up. What I could have done though, put my baby in the car and say, Mimi, what's up?
Yeah.
Where does girl stay?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but woman's intuition let me show up, and I didn't act a fool, thank God, but.
Yeah,
I
I
should
tried to
be
have my
walking
kids
in scared.
definitely later in life, so.
But it's an age thing. It is,
Yeah.
and it's good that you had them in. It's gonna save so much time, so much energy, and
I've just never been that person. I've never been like a drama, conflict. Like I just forget you and keep it moving. Like
And that's
I'm
fine.
not. I'm just not. It's just too draining. It's too much work for me. Like I already have a lot going on, even without having kids or whatever. Like I've just never been like, oh, I want to be in some stuff. Like,
see, and I've never
person.
been. I don't want to say that was who I was or what I was, but then you're playing with my emotions and playing with me. You know, I'm dating you from 12 years old till 25 years old. This isn't a game to me.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's a
having to
lot
go
of time.
see for myself and find out on my own.
That's
I didn't-
hurtful.
And I don't have friends, and I don't have family, and I don't know what is gonna say. Oh, he's cheating on you. I had to go find out for myself. I was young at the time though, so I had it in me to do it. Would I ever do it again? Hell no.
Right.
No, one sign of infidelity, I'm out of there. One sign of me
And we
thinking,
can always tell. Our bodies can
We
always
know.
tell, like you said, the intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your body
I'm
gonna let you
Dreaming,
know.
I'm a fitness.
but yeah, it's growing. It's just growing and maturing and knowing what's worth it and what's not worth it. And you know, you're just blessed.
What would you say to women that are our age and still acting like that?
Girl, go love yourself. Go look in
Yeah.
the mirror. Go look.
What would you say to them?
I mean, yeah. So if it was somebody that was going through that and that was our age, we probably wouldn't be talking unless it was some kind of. I met him on the street. It probably wouldn't be somebody I know really well. It wouldn't be one of my friends.
Like if they came and asking you for advice, like you said, a woman off the street, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to do this, like give me some advice.
First of all, I probably wouldn't put up with you, so you wouldn't be my friend. So it would be a stranger that's having this conversation. So if I met somebody at the bar and I'm making their drinks and we start talking and she's telling me these things, I'd be like, we're way too old for this.
Yeah.
You know, like we're just way too old and too grown for this. And like if you're 35 right now, when will you not? When will you not put up with that? When you're 45?
Yeah. I would
You
say
know?
when is enough for you?
Yeah.
You know.
And what are
like,
Yeah, or are you
and
still
who are you
like? Do you
finding?
still love him? Like, what's the real issue? Like,
what's it? Yeah.
why
what
are
is
you?
it?
Yeah, if you still have feelings for him, okay. Like, what would you change about yourself so that you could be that woman that he wants?
But then again, why would you want to change
yourself.
so you can be that woman? If he don't want you, somebody else do.
Yeah.
That is very true.
That's the hardest
But if
part.
she were to answer me like, yeah, I love him, oh my God, like,
I want to be with him.
yeah, so I'm acting all crazy. And
Yeah.
sometimes we just
We
don't know.
do.
Like, I mean, it's funny. So
I'm hungry.
I guess as far as like the whole, you know, baby mama drama stuff, but I have acted out behind a guy in the past.
Yeah.
I've
Just
acted
not
out
no
in the
babies.
past,
You
yeah.
have
No
no
children
babies.
were
Yeah.
involved. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Well, and I have 3. All my baby days, I've never acted up. But behind somebody that wasn't,
You
I
acted
acted
up.
up.
You know what?
I
Wait.
didn't once felt fucking stupid. And I was like,
Yes.
okay, I'll never do this again.
Yeah, same. I'm tired of feeling stupid.
Yeah.
When you really snap into the camera, you're like,
I can't believe myself.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't even want to see that person. As much as I love them, I don't even want to see them.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed now.
And I don't know why I thought it was okay that they would want me. That's why I'm like. That's why I would tell a stranger off the streets is like, do you really love him still? Because I know I thought I loved somebody and I was doing all this stuff, which I was really just pushing him away. So it's like, okay, I gotta find it within me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's really going on?
And you love him, but why do you love him? What has he given you? Because
Right.
sometimes we be loving this idea
It's
of
lusting.
somebody.
It's lusting, not loving. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely lusting.
We
It's
lust
the
the
idea.
idea
Yeah.
of what they can do for you or what y'all could be together.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And that
and
is
most of the
not
time, that's
healthy.
what it is. It's lust. It's lust, and that's what the thing is. You have to break it down, and you really have to say, you know, what's the difference between love and lust, and that's what you would have to ask that person. Do you really love him, or do you lust him? Do you love the idea of what y'all could do, or have y'all already started on this journey of these things? And do you see a path? And is that why you love him? Because you don't want to let that go? Because I can see why. But if it's just lust, and y'all haven't moved towards any goals together, and y'all haven't like went through any kind of journey together, y'all don't live together, then that's just lust. That's not love, you know? And that's where you would have to break down, like, you know, do you really love him, or are you lusting him? And then break down, why do you, if you love him, why do you love him? What has he done? What have you done? And I think you could break it down and say, well, you know, that just sounds like lust to me.
Yeah.
And I don't think you
Open
love
up to
him.
the relationship.
Yeah, I don't
Make
think
a
that you
real
love him.
successful.
I don't think that he loves you. You're lusting on him, and you need to go. You probably need to go, or you need to have a good conversation and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had to tell myself that I'm like, this nigga don't even give a damn about you.
Yeah.
You doing all this stuff and he just don't really
Don't care. And the hardest part is to realize that he don't care, and you just gotta move on. And
Yeah.
why is it so hard to still move on after realizing
I don't
they
know.
really don't care?
We're hopeful. It's
Like
like,
it's probably, you know, codependent issues.
Yeah.
I think that's the root of it all. It's
Yeah.
like just that long.
I've always been so independent that's always been my fear, is that a man won't choose me because I'm so independent. And then, you know, my last situation, I got completely like, I put all my walls down, and
So do you think you'll do it again? Or like, how is that? Like, you put your walls down?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I was done dating before I started dating him, and I'm back to the done. I'm just not interested at all in dating at all. Like, don't want to get to know anybody. And I didn't the last time. This just happened.
Yeah.
So if it just happens, it just happens again. I don't
That's
know.
always the good part. I
Yeah.
think. Just letting it happen instead of
Yeah.
looking.
I want to be married. I want to be in a long-term relationship, but I'm not gonna just be dating. And I know that dating is not bad. It's not a bad thing. Like, I've learned in the order I've gotten, like, you can date if you're single. Go out and date people. If somebody asks you on a date, date them. But I'm just like, no, I don't want to date.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to see me out with all kinds of different people. I don't want that for my image. To me, that's a me thing. That's a me thing. So, and we ain't dating at the house. So
No,
we
you're
just
not
ain't
coming
going
to
on
my
dates.
house.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like just being more intentional. Like, from all the relationships I've had, and from my last one, I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna allow. This is not what I'm gonna allow. And it's just making those boundaries. Like,
Yeah.
it should have
And
been
the
boundaries. It's the topic. of
Yeah,
boundaries.
and the next
It is.
in the next situation you get into, you already know what you ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
What you're not gonna do, what you're not gonna put up, what you're willing to do, and
What I'm looking for.
Yeah. so it's always lessons for sure. Always. Anyway, so to this girl, we're telling her she's lusting.
Yeah.
She's lusting.
And does he even really care about you?
No.
What is he showing you that he wants this?
Yeah. What is he showing you that he wants it? That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good into the conversation. What y'all think? Yeah. All right. Until next time. Thank y'all for watching the 806 the group chat 806.
Yes.
You got me,
Yes.
girl. The group chat 806. Come through. Come back through. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See ya.